Pee Wee Herman. I think he could do it.
That is not at all who I was imagining running. I don't think it's how he was described. Not the energy he's giving off, but
I think...
Welcome back to Seeker and Confessor, a Sword of Truth podcast. My name's Lauren.
And I'm Frank.
And today we are going to be fan-casting Wizard's First Rule.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Is it a movie? Is it a show? What are we doing?
It could be either, but come on, it has to be a show. How could you do that?
The budget's going to be insane.
Right. Oh my god. Today we are the casting directors. We have an unlimited budget, and we're assuming that there's much goodwill in the acting community towards this adaptation.
For sure.
Everyone's dying, A-listers, everyone wants to be in this show movie.
This is, I think, how Terry would have wanted it to feel.
Yeah.
This is what I think Terry thought it deserved. And we're going to give it that.
People are like, I'm going to win an Emmy. I'm winning a Golden Globe for this.
Easy. EGOT for one movie. Just getting all of it.
This is going to be a stacked cast, unlike anything you've ever seen in your life.
Unheard of.
Yes.
If there was going to be a musical number, who would sing it? And why is it Dark and Raw?
Definitely.
It's the only way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of making me think of a Harry Potter musical when Voldemort has his... Do you know what I'm talking about? I think it's in the first one. When Voldemort does his whole, song and dance. Oh my god.
Take my foot.
You remember?
My little foot.
See, you do know it.
I do. With that foot.
This is very dark and raw.
Oh yeah. Incredible.
Okay, anyway. So before we start getting into this, well, first I wanted to say, if for some reason the algorithm has fed you this video, you've never watched any other videos by us, if you clicked on it because you like Wizard's First Rule, maybe, or maybe not, you should watch our entire podcast series, link down below.
Click below.
Click into the profile, whatever you have to do.
Many hours of content per chapter.
If you want to go chapter by chapter and explore this book with us, please go take a look. If you're a big lover of the book, you might hate us by the end, but you might like us. We got some fans that like us anyway. Before we start, we have a new fan mail from a good old friend of ours.
Who could it be?
Cow Farmer John.
John's
back, everyone.
Woo! Let's go, John. What does John have to say?
John said, "Hey guys, just wanted to say a massive thanks and congrats for completing the book. It's been really cool, especially the last few episodes. Hilarious stuff. It's so cool to see the growth in the show and look forward to seeing where you go from here. We've been very busy on the farm. Calving's almost finished. 275 on the ground, 10 to go. That's a lot of calves."
Hang with me. What was it, 275?
Okay.
I'm almost there.
Okay. Anyway, that's what it must sound like over there, though.
Crazy.
Busy, busy, busy. Anyways, have a great day and keep saving for your New Zealand holiday.
Wow.
Love that sign off because it really does make me feel like I should be saving for that.
That would be so cool.
That'd be sick.
So cool.
Thank you so much for reaching back out, John. I've not forgotten you and your cows. Trust me.
Bring you up every once in a while.
Yeah.
No joke. We're like, remember that?
Remember Cow Farmer John?
Really cool. Yeah.
So thank you. I'm so glad that you enjoyed the last couple of episodes and that you're excited for when we go for round 2. Aww. And congrats on all the cow babies.
I need pics. I want to see the cow babies.
Oh, yeah. Actually, because you sent us the cows, but you didn't send 275 calves.
Can we see some calf pics?
Please.
Some calf pics, please.
We would love to see the baby cows, please. And thank you so much. We loved hearing from you again.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go through we have a character list.
Yes, we do.
A few rules here. So I don't know how interesting this will be for the audio listeners. I'm so sorry because I will be trying to edit in photos
Okay.
for people on YouTube. Maybe I'll make it a little bit more fun.
Listen, it's theater of the mind. If you're on Spotify, Apple,
Google.
whatever, yeah, use your brain. And if you can't, we'll give some context clues of who they are, what they're in.
We're just going to say their names.
Because the way I'm thinking about this is like if I've seen them in a specific role,
Right.
I think really, we'll talk a little bit about it.
Sure. You know, some people listen like in the car. John listens while he's doing work on the farm. He can't look.
True. John, you got to take care of the babies. But everyone else, listen, watch YouTube and drive. I don't know what to tell you.
So, Frank and I are doing our own list. I was like, should we be trying to have everyone vote on our... Because we're going to make like a finalized, like...
Can we make a poll like on YouTube? Is that a thing you can do?
I think so.
So maybe we'll make a poll.
Maybe.
Where you go back and forth between our picks and like who you like better.
And then we'll make a final...
In the comments, also, if you have other options,
right, sure.
post yours.
Although I am worried that at some point through the discussion, we're going to like agree and settle on somebody.
We probably will.
That means that like they're like magically, like if we agree, like, wow, that's the winner.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Some of them will have two answers, maybe more, and some of them will have a final winner. We're not casting the children in the book.
Yeah, there's no need.
Because that seems complicated. And I would like it to go to an unknown
child actor. Actor or actress.
Yeah,
or
of course.
Actor.
But this list is very thorough. We got everyone on here.
Every adult that we could think of, right?
But I left out a couple of people. I didn't include like the
Guards.
Lancers. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm not, I know.
The list on the Wikipedia is so extensive. It included names of people who were in the mob looking for Zed. Like, people I don't think we need to cast. Some of these are even very questionable.
There's a few of them that I don't have solidly yet. So, like.
There's a lot I don't have. We're going to have to think of this in real time.
All right. And once again, we have not discussed this prior. So this is coming at you live.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. So should I just do it in the order?
Yeah. Order of the list, and we'll talk about it.
Okay. So the first person we are casting today is Addie.
Addie.
Who are we getting whose agent's getting on the phone right now for this amazing role?
Okay. So I went with someone that I thought had range.
Okay. Well, first, here's the thing. Some of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had like a couple of people because I was like, how old is Addie? Do we think
older?
But, like, there's a range of, like, older where we're, like, late 50s, or are we talking, like, 70s?
I took it to mean she was, like, a peer with Zed, and that could be a magical peer and not necessarily an age peer, but she's
how
definitely...
Old's Zed?
Zed feels like 60, 70, right?
Maybe.
Zed's not 50.
I don't think so, right?
We don't even know how old Richard is, to be honest. Like, he's 19 and 35 at the same time.
I think he's, like, 24.
Yeah, so then Zed's got to be like 60, 70, right?
So I guess, okay, so we're saying around 70. So then I kind of have it down to one person.
Okay. All right, well, mine's maybe too young now. Oh, no.
What? What? Who are you going to say?
I think I might have spotted.
Who?
Did you select Miss Davis for this role?
God damn it. But she was on my young side. And I was like, oh, I don't think she's old enough.
Damn, I don't have anyone
else.
an
extra.
Oh, okay. So, first pick was Viola Davis.
Which I think could be great. But maybe
Easily.
she's younger than Zed. She doesn't have to be his age.
She doesn't. That's true. That's true. And Zed could be like 65. It's possible. And then that's
Why
close.
Why did we both think of her?
Because Addie's definitely, like, not white. That's how
I'm not
she's...
sure. Well, my other choice is white.
Oh. Well... You can do interesting things in casting, you know?
Well, I'm not sure that she's definitely not white, but
that
she doesn't
accent
have to
is
be white.
lifted from not white people IRL, so I don't know.
It's a fantasy world. What do I know?
Yeah, she's the only one talking like this.
Okay,
so.
Well... Okay.
All right, so who else? Who else you got?
Okay, my second choice is Angelica Houston.
73, so we're looking good. Oh.
Because she's very handsome. A handsome woman, if you will.
Interesting. Yeah, that's true. I was kind of ignoring that.
So is Viola Davis. Yeah. I think she could be Addie.
I could see that.
Right?
Definitely. Good pick.
I even think she could pull off the accent without it seeming weird.
Oh. No doubt. No
Okay.
doubt.
So those are two good options. If
Okay.
we want to go for a younger Addie, Viola Davis is a good pick.
Great pick. Yeah.
You want to be like exactly the same age as Zed, Angelica Houston.
I like it. I like it
Okay.
a lot.
Next, we have a heavy hitter.
I don't have anyone
You don't have
age
any-
appropriate
Oh.
for this. I have two actresses that have to be de-aged.
Yeah.
And I don't really love either of them that much. So
I think I have one that's pretty age appropriate and one that's not really.
all right. So
How old do we think Kaylin is?
Caitlin's what? In her 20s?
Like, yeah.
28 maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, I have no one even close. I didn't pick anyone.
All right, well, you go first.
I thought, and this is just cheating, but I was like a young Liv Tyler could work. Like we could do that.
Yes.
It's just, we plugged
That's
Arwen
very-
and we're like,
She
okay.
is incredibly beautiful. I do, for some reason, think I picture Kaylin being really beautiful, not in that way.
I agree, but that was like the most,
Mm-hmm.
like it would work. I don't know why I was struck by this, but I thought a young Nicole Kidman might be able to
Okay, well,
be a
I
good
have.
pick.
Yeah, we are going to mostly be trying to hit current casting. Like, we can cast them now.
Yeah.
But we're going to throw in some legacy, like, out of time,
yeah.
space and time.
Either people who have died but like would have been perfect,
Mm-hmm.
or people like 30 years ago who did a role that was like, that's that. You
Okay,
know?
so you kind of don't.
I don't have a good one.
Current
No,
Kaylin.
not really. So
Okay,
tell me-
I
tell
have
me-
a young Nicole Kidman for something else.
Interesting.
Okay, so I think this would, I don't know, she's probably a little too old now, but I think Amelia Clarke would be a great Kaylin.
I have her for something else.
What?
It's so minor and stupid.
Okay.
we'll get there.
What do you think for Kaylin? That's like the kind of pretty I imagine. She's like really pretty.
She's intelligent looking enough.
She is.
Yeah.
She's very, she has got that special smile. She's got that
Only
special
for Richard.
smile.
Wow.
And I think she comes across as very like intelligent and intent. She has that perfect like girliness.
Yeah.
Where when she's like playing, Caitlin's all like silly and like a baby.
Yeah.
I think she could do that, and
Turn
then
up
she
the
can
romance
turn
and
on the serious mother confessor Daenerys.
Mother of Dragons.
thing.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. That's a solid pick.
I think that she would be good. I
Yeah.
do think she's a little too old. Maybe
She is too
for
old
the
now.
first
But
half of this story.
Yeah.
Okay, my other option that's probably more age appropriate would be Haley Steinfeld. What do you think? I think she could do
I
it.
don't know that I like it.
Okay.
It's the voice is too like she's a little too husky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
Kaylin's got to be like
silliness.
Kaylin is so like, yeah, just like, despite having lots of husky qualities, is given this like voice that's so like feminine. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I'm not saying she couldn't do it, and she'd probably do a great
I
job.
think she could do it.
But the look's kind of there though. I
Right?
see what you're going for there. Yeah.
Very beautiful, but
Yeah.
not
No, we got some like, yeah, all right.
like, I don't know. She's like the right kind of pretty, I think.
Interesting. All right, good choice. I'm kind of falling behind here, but I
Damn.
got some wild picks coming up. So,
Okay. I don't have anybody.
Bill the Innkeeper. Who you got? Anyone? No, and I was thinking on this, and then I put a name down that was wrong, and I thought it was someone else, but then I looked it up and I was like, no, actually, maybe I was right.
I put Paul Rubens.
Pee Wee Herman. I think he could do it.
Okay, well, this is a legacy pick.
That's
because
obviously
he is not alive.
He's not alive, but
That is not at all who I was imagining running. I don't think it's how he was described. Not the energy he's giving off, but
I think. Listen, I have unlimited budget and I have a time machine. I'm putting Pee Wee Herman in that role.
that's the role.
That's the role. Yeah.
Like, I'm making him, I'm like bulking up one of Queen Melena's advisors
Yeah.
roles and I'm giving it to him,
Also great.
right?
Also a great idea. Honestly, yeah, that would eat too. Put him in
Right?
robes and say he's like the master of coin from like Melania or wherever the hell they were from. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Actually, no, I just got another idea.
Oh shit.
Okay, Bill the Innkeeper. Oh, who the fuck?
It's just a guy.
I'm imagining he's bald. Was he bald?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. Can we come back to
Yeah.
Bill the
Put
Innkeeper?
a note on Bill.
Okay.
Next
Okay,
up.
I have a crazy pick for this
So
one.
do I. This is
But, like,
Birdman.
Okay, Birdman. I think mine might be really good. He might be so good in this role.
I kind of think mine is too. Let's hear it. Who you got?
Pedro Pascal.
See? That's fire. And I
Come
have him
on.
for another mud person.
I hate that you did that. I knew you said you were like, I got someone for Midland, and I was like, I literally thought, I was like, he's gonna say Pedro, and it's gonna be so dumb. He'd be way better as Birdman.
Can I offer you my alternative for Birdman of Walton Goggins?
That's crazy.
Inspired is the word you're looking for. Wow.
I really want to get Walton in somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where.
That was the best thing I could think of. It's a role where he can shine in that's just so stupid.
Okay, I am really attached to Pedro Pascal as
They
Birdman.
both are excellent. That's the problem. You put Pedro in that role and you're like, why did you put Pedro in that role? Hell yeah, he's way too good of an actor for that. You put Walton in that role and they're like, is this the best role in the entire movie now?
You know?
And that's kind of how Terry wrote it. Birdman was given a lot of zhuzh for no reason. All right, wow, I want to hear this one in the comment. Get ready to fight.
Yeah, that's a hard choice.
Daddy versus daddy for Birdman.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
My pick's so boring.
My pick is, I have two, and one is so dumb.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Chase Branstone.
Chase.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns!
But it would start to make everything he says about Chase kind of feel maybe it's
Roman
true.
Reigns, the wrestler.
Yeah.
Brother to The Rock.
Yeah.
Well, I picked another Maori individual, and I picked Jason Momoa. I mean,
yeah, I know, but you're like, the way he's described, my brain just keeps being like, who's the
perfect
biggest?
man who's big enough, but also so handsome, but also, and I could just see Jason doing that stupid shit with Rachel, being like, you gotta listen to me, I'm your papa now.
Honestly, I don't think we're supposed to even be, like, we're making him way too hot. Honestly, is Roman Reigns...
We did not do that.
No, you're right, but is Roman Reigns too young to be Chase?
Oh, he's 40, yeah,
He could
alright,
be
he could do
Chase,
it.
Maybe. My other alt option, which is not...
Give it to me. What is it?
I was like, what about, like, maybe, like, Tom Hardy?
I don't hate it. He's just kind of small, physically.
But, like, when you think of him as, like, Bane and in that other movie where he's fighting... whatever,
He's, like, jacked, but, like,
Yeah.
Chase is also, like, taller than most
Do they
men.
say that?
And then the Quad is even taller than him. You know what I mean? Like, Richard's 6'something" and Chase is bigger than him.
Maybe Tom Hardy
All right, listen.
could be Chase.
Do you just love Tom Hardy?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him in somewhere.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I should have done that more. Like, put in people I fucking love.
That's what I'm trying
Like, just
to do.
like, I didn't put Olivia
Well,
Colman
like,
in anywhere.
I know.
And
I actually thought, I was like, who could Olivia... There's, like, a lot of actresses in this certain age bracket.
You want to know why? There's no spot for any of them?
Yeah, let me know.
Because women of that age bracket are typically unattractive, and in Terry's world,
Not
anyone
to me.
unattractive is evil.
Right, but not to me.
I know.
Well, anyway, yeah, there was a lot of actresses. I was like, I want Gillian Anderson to be in this so bad. Could not think
Sisters of Light. She'll have something coming
somewhere.
up.
But like
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now, I like just kept looking at the list. I was like, there's just nowhere for her
She
to
could
go.
make her Shota. Like, I don't know.
I was like, could young Gillian be Shota?
Young Jillian.
Well, let's talk about it when we get there. But like, I kind of don't think so. So depending on who Chase is, we have to pick Emma Branstone now.
Yeah, that's why I saved Emilia Clarke for Emma Branstone.
You said in my sort of truth show,
Just
Khal
do it,
Drogo
run it back.
and Daenerys Targaryen are together again.
Do it again.
That's actually so ridiculous.
Is it based though?
Okay, you could. That is something you could do.
And I did.
Okay, well, like I'm trying to picture because I'm like Emma seems like the type that's pretty, but not in an overstated way. But she has to also look good with Roman Reigns or Tom Hardy, and she has to be like feminine,
Yes.
but a little.
That's why I picked Emilia. Mom, but spunky.
Yeah.
But like homesteadery a little bit. Like Florence Pugh?
I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, yeah. Weirdly thought of her at some point. Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence, maybe.
Okay.
Like, like dressed, like no makeup.
Yeah. Just,
Like, she might be like way too gorgeous.
Yeah. That's why Pugh is a good fit.
I don't know. Maybe.
You can't see her at home
Roman
with like 12.
Reigns and
Did
Florence
Florence Pugh? Yeah. I literally almost put her and I was like, with Jason Momoa, it does not work. Like, it's crazy.
Tom Hardy and Florence Pugh might make more sense.
Might. Emma's giving like Empress vibes, you know what I mean?
Jennifer Lawrence, she's definitely going to be available for this very important role.
Of course.
As Emma Branstone.
Yeah. Well, she did that Netflix movie that no one watched, so she's ready.
I think people did watch it.
Well,
We just didn't
she's
watch
ready to
it.
go on a real project like this.
Okay, here. This is a weird one.
Brophy.
Which we're thinking in our show there's going to be flashbacks to his past.
Pre-trial days.
And we also need a voice.
And he's going to mocap the wolf, I guess, a little bit.
I don't think you need to do that for a wolf.
Well, we're doing it. We're going to see how it looks. We're going to spend a couple of million in R&D on this one.
okay.
And,
Well, do you have somebody? I have a really weird pick.
I do, and it's not good. I have Jared Padalecki from Supernatural.
What? Wait, why?
I don't know.
That's not what I was imagining at all.
I was like,
he's so pretty.
He
And
could be like Wolf. Yeah, I know.
yeah, but he has to have this criminal past doing illegal trading.
For the children. He has such a Boy Scout vibe about him. Like, it could work.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't think that hard on Brophy.
Yeah, me neither. Mine was going to be Dave Bautista.
Wait, that's so good! Batista wins.
Oh
Batista
my god.
wins.
Is there anyone else it should be?
No, Batista. Of course, it's
But
Batista.
I felt bad because I'm like, he's always like in the press being like, no one will cast me in like leading man roles. And here I am making him Brophy.
the tertiary character Brophy. Maybe in that same vein, Vin Diesel would be a good pick.
Yeah, Dave Bautista is like
Batista's a little more
actory.
yeah,
And it doesn't make you go, oh my god, it's Vin Diesel.
exactly. He's a little bit more B than A.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel would be like, why did you get Vin Diesel to play Brophy? But why'd you get Vin Diesel to play Groot? Constance.
Okay, I like my answer a lot.
I like my answer a decent amount.
So here's the thing. There's two things. Number one,
Uh,
I feel compelled to think that I think all Mort Sith are hot.
they are.
Right? So
Canonically.
even Constance I think is hot. So I need to think of somebody that I'm she's obviously hot, but maybe a young man would not see the vision and wouldn't appreciate
Interesting.
her attractiveness.
Yeah.
And
I
because
picked someone like that too. Interesting.
I don't know if mine's too pretty, but I think she could eat the role.
Yeah, me too. Who do you have?
Who do you have?
I don't know. Who do you have?
Okay, yes. So here's another thing we
Okay.
have to do.
All right.
How old are the Mortses?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was really struggling with that because I could think of, when I think of them, because of the way they embody their dominance and their power, and I guess the whole backstory with Denna and Constance and everything, I'm surely they're mid to late 30s, right?
Probably.
Even early 40s. But some part of me is let's be real. Terry
thought they were
wanted them to
24.
be 25.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
Yeah. Rosamund Pike?
No.
Yeah, so I went with an older pick that I still feel like
Really?
it would
But
work.
she's too hot.
Yes, but I could easily see her being the overlooked one if you really got a hot Denna.
I don't...
And she could play the I'm not enjoying this, but I'm hurting you, and I'm enjoying hurting you role. Think about it.
I feel like she'd be a better Denna.
She'd be a great Denna, but no, because she's not the thing that he wanted for Denna.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I
she's
mean?
not that thing.
She's not that thing. She's not that Poison Ivy character that he was trying to.
But it depends who you're picking for Denna, because I want them to be around the same age, Denna and Constance.
I don't have a good Denna. I don't have a good Denna.
My Denna's not good.
My Denna's not good. I don't like my Denna. It's fine.
My Denna's a thought. I'm curious if we have any feelings about this.
Hold on, don't look.
All right, I'm not loving it.
All right, so Rosamund Pike, and who was your Constance?
My Constance is Mia Goth.
Who?
She's the girl from Pearl and X.
She's weird because she's obviously hot, but they make her look kind of plain.
I feel like she's good at making herself look plain and a little like ugly in her roles, and I feel like she's good at playing like unhinged.
She could also be a good Denna. That's funny. Yeah, that's interesting.
She could be a good Denna too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think she could eat Constance.
I think you're right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Mia Goth. Wow.
I don't know. That's my take.
Wow. Rolling right along to everyone's favorite, George Cypher.
What a good man.
Yeah. So what good man did you pick?
I don't know why. But I chose Christian Bale.
That's good. He's a good papa. Like, you get like, oh,
In
you
those
think back to
memories,
Christian,
you're like-
and he's like wearing a sweater, and he's
Yeah.
like, I picked Robbie Coltrane. Hagrid.
What have you been imagining George Cypher looks like?
So you just think he's a little overweight, but he's jolly?
Who said that?
I'm just thinking it. It worked. I don't know. I was like, in my brain, I was like, who's Papa?
No,
And I was
I'm
like,
thinking, like, I feel like George is described as being, like, a very active man.
well, he's going back and forth in the boundary.
Yeah,
but like,
he's walking a
this
lot.
guy could just one-shot hardhounds. So, he's got a big fist, and he's just, like, stealing stuff and coming back. I don't know. Listen, let the people decide, all right?
They can choose
OG Hagrid or
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale for George Cypher. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, I don't have anyone for the next one.
Michael Cypher. You got no one? Mine's not that good.
Let me think.
But
I have to
mine's-
think. I'm hoping maybe you'll inspire direction.
Okay, so my pick, I was thinking, like, who could play, like, a smarmy guy?
Yeah,
That you're
okay.
like, he's wheeling and dealing under the facade. You look at him, and immediately you're like, I don't trust this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who pulls that off? And I thought, Paul Dano.
That would be so funny.
Right?
That would be so...
What a waste of his talent, but...
I would love to see his interpretation.
Paul
though.
Dano.
I think he'd bring something to it. We'd all be like,
That's the problem.
oh, yeah, I know. We'd be like, whoa.
All of these people would bring something the role doesn't deserve. That's the issue. Paul Dano as
I'm
Michael
not
Cypher.
going to be able to think of someone better, I think. Okay.
All right. I only have an old one for this. It sucks.
Damn.
No, it's a good pick, but it's also like I couldn't think of anyone that could top this for me.
I wonder who.
All right, Richard Cypher.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Okay, mine is... Nobody's going to know his name, probably. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Great.
But it's the guy who's the main guy in the first season of Bridgerton. Regin Page. What do you think of this? What do you think of this casting? I might call him up for an audition.
Huh.
I think he kind of gives both the, like, I'm just a boy, I don't know what's going on if he wanted to, but he also could give, like, I'm a man, I'm taking care of things.
Interesting.
I'm trying to find, I was really
That's a
trying to
good
think
pick.
on someone who could lean into both of those qualities convincingly. I don't know why he just
He's
keeps...
so princely too.
He
But
is.
you could make him look unassuming and like kind of
Right?
dopey.
You could
yeah.
make him look silly and sweet,
That's a
but you
good
could also
pick.
make him, like, I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is Brendan Fraser from The Mummy in 1999. That is, in my head, canonically, Richard Cypher.
Young Brendan Fraser
A looker.
would work.
A king, if you will.
And you would be like when Zed's like, everyone can tell you have the touch of magic. They all love you. If it's young Brendan Fraser, you're like,
Obviously,
true.
so true. I feel that way,
true.
too. Yeah.
I can't. Who else? We're like definitely not thinking of someone.
It's such a combo of things. They need to be handsome, tall, jacked, innocent, dopey.
Like, yeah, innocent,
I
giving
was
like schoolboy, but then also eventually can be like, I grew a beard and I'm the king of everything.
You know what I mean? And that's why Brendan kind of had that look, for a short while.
It would be a little bit of a struggle to be like, oh, he's a virgin who's never talked to a girl. I don't know.
You gotta like age him down a little bit from the Mummy. He's got to be like younger than that even.
Okay,
But-
yeah.
It's about right. There's something in
Yeah.
the coloring that I like there.
I
that,
agree.
I'm so upset about the next one. I don't have anyone good.
I don't like mine either. We really need to think about this.
All right.
Mistress Denna is next.
Mistress Denna.
See, now, I thought probably just because of the red hair, but not only. But I was like, could a young Nicole Kidman pull her off?
Absolutely.
Right?
Could definitely do it.
And now, I think we're all imagining Mistress Denna to have maybe more voluptuousness, but I think Nicole Kidman could have really owned the, like, stern
for
trauma of Denna.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think she's like so ethereally, otherworldly gorgeous. I think that you would have been like, who wouldn't be in love, you know?
Yeah.
What do we think? It's like, isn't really a good pick, but I'd be interested to see the audition, so I might call her on the phone.
Yeah.
What about Mikey Madison from Anora?
Oh.
If we wanted to go, like, we wanted to be like, the Mordsith are young and hot.
Yeah, she could...
I mean, we got to get her in a red wig.
She can definitely play a Mordsith for sure.
Right.
Does she have the chops? Probably. She won an Oscar, so... She got the body. That's not a bad pick.
It's not terrible.
That's not a bad
That's
pick.
what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't... There's certain people I would call. I'd be like, you got the role. Come in.
Yeah.
Mikey, I would be like, you have to... I need to see you.
Try an audition for
Be
this
Mistress
prestigious, incredible, well-respected role.
And
Yeah.
it's very... I could see it being a real possibility that she'd blow me away. But I could also see being like, it
doesn't hit. Yeah.
That's why I do skew towards, like, I feel like an older...
I know. I don't hate... I really kind of like Mikey Madison, though.
You like Mikey
Madison.
Madison.
That's not a bad pick, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. See, like, yeah, do you think young Gillian Anderson could be Mistress Denna?
I think she could act the shit out of the role. Obviously, she looks good in red hair.
I almost feel like she'd play a better Mordsith now, but not Denna because, like...
Say it again. She was baby girl coded.
She's so...
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
You know.
Big cheeks, you know. But she had some spitfire in there. Could she do it? I don't know.
Well, I think there's like those pictures of her. She's in like her little leather outfit.
Bring those up.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Put those on the screen. Thank you.
Oh yeah, these.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna full send that one.
Well, you're like the end. She's in because of this.
You putting it on the screen?
I'm gonna try if
yeah.
I can find a good. Oh yeah, like these pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? She's already got the job.
Is that giving?
Yeah.
Denna?
I think it is. All right, young Gillian Anderson in the leathers. They're purple here. What does a purple leather mean to a Mordsith? What do you think that represents?
I don't know.
It's like a weird night. Like, I don't know.
Damn. Okay. Well, anyway, that's still not current cast.
Moving on to everyone's favorite second fiddle wizard, Giller.
Now, my issue is I have two people
I also have two people
that I feel could be Zed or Giller.
Okay.
But I think I'm leaning towards casting, like, should we discuss them as a pair? Because so much of their casting could be...
No, I have one Zed, it is definitive, and I have two Giller, and they're mostly for jokes, like Giller himself. So, we can do that. That's fine.
We're going to do Zed and Giller.
Zed and Giller. All
okay.
Right, so start... Let's have... So you have two for Zed and two for Giller, and
I
they're
just
both the
have
same
two.
That could be either or.
That could be... But I think I know which one I want to be which.
Okay, so let's have your Giller first. Who's your preferred Giller?
Jeremy Irons.
See, that's my preferred Zed.
No, I think he's better Giller.
I don't agree. And I thought it for a second.
Who's your Giller?
My Giller is either Christopher Lloyd, and then a weird pick that he is unfortunately dead, but I don't know, I felt inspired. Robin Williams for Giller.
Okay, first of all, I feel like we have swapped concepts here because, like, I'm imagining whoever's like a silly, goofy guy needs to be Zed, and whoever's like serious and like has been like, I was evil, but I've changed my ways, and now I have a real softness about me, needs to be like a serious guy.
Giller was never evil. He just appeared evil to Rachel.
I think that Jeremy Irons would really do a good job.
He would definitely do.
Well, okay,
here's the thing: we're hiring Jeremy Irons.
Here's
for something.
my Zed.
Okay.
Is Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe's a great Zed. I put him somewhere else I have a three-way tie. I have a three-way tie for someone coming up, and they do not deserve it. And I think you know now.
Yeah, because you only thought it because I made this stupid meme of the court artist as Willem Dafoe. That's the only reason you think that.
He's my least interesting of three picks, though.
Okay, I have way better choices. Willem Dafoe, he's not going to be the court artist. He should be Zed.
He would be a weird Zed. He would be so weird.
He could be Giller too, though.
Sure, he could definitely be Giller. Actually, that might even be better. Cause,
I was like, Jeremy Irons and Willem Dafoe, who's what? And then I was like, I feel like Giller has like a more... I don't know. I just feel like
Zed's quirkiness is so much more wholesome than anything Willem Dafoe like gets out of him.
Absolutely
I feel like
Willem Dafoe's so cutesy,
but not like lovable in that way.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't.
Have you seen any interviews with him? He's so likable.
Yes, but that's not how Zed feels to me.
That's how Zed feels to me.
Zed feels like my grandpa. Willem Dafoe feels like an alien's grandpa.
No. Willem Dafoe is so Zed coded.
All right,
he's quirky, he's cutesy, he's funny, he could get angry, he's everything that you need. Jeremy Irons is like, he's ever gonna be cutesy.
He absolutely can be cutesy.
I think
I'll find a clip.
He's such a good killer
somewhere.
because now you're picturing, okay, we're filming and you're like from Rachel's point of view and you're like, oh, I'm so scared of that man. And you're like, oh, that's so convincing. Jeremy Irons has such classic villain energy.
He does.
So then when he's like actually a sweetheart and like, I don't know, sacrificing himself with the Wizard's Life fire, you're like, wow.
He would also probably eat his panis raw.
He would be a good panis raw.
Right?
He would be such a good panis raw.
He's a good panis raw, yeah.
Okay.
All right. James, the court artist. I have the dumbest of picks. We already have Willem Dafoe in there somewhere. I have
two picks that I love.
So I have two more picks then who are... I don't know if I love them, but I would love to see them.
I love mine.
You want to go tit for tat?
I wonder if we have any overlap.
Okay.
Okay, my first court artist choice is Barry Keoghan.
Barry is on mine too!
Get out!
Yeah! Honestly, Barry just came to me when we sat down. I was
really?
Like, yeah.
That was actually the first casting idea I had.
It's such a good role for him.
Oh my god, he would be so weird and good in it. Okay,
yeah.
What's your other one?
My other one, Tim Curry?
Okay, I guess we're doing old Tim
Curry.
Yeah,
obviously, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. He could cook for no reason. It would be like the most no-reason cook in the world. Okay. Which is kind of how that scene feels.
Well, so. I have a very similar second choice.
Who you got?
Who could do it now? Alan Cumming.
Alan would be so good! Oh, man!
They both would be the same type of good.
Could Alan be Zed?
Maybe
that's my sub Zed. Alan Cumming. Cumming or Cummings?
I think it's just Cumming.
Alan Cumming.
How old is Alan Cumming? He's not that old.
I
don't think he's old enough.
He is 60.
No,
so,
he's not old
depending
enough.
on our conception of Zed.
Okay, well then we got to age down Angelica Houston.
But then
Viola Davis.
But Viola Davis is perfect. She's 59. That works. I don't know how old they're supposed to be. Yeah, all right. I'll write that down.
But I like Alan Cumming. I don't really like him as Zed. Maybe talk to me in like 15 years.
Fair.
Right now, the court artist though, perfect. Come on, I love
one-handed super camp character. Alan is he wins.
I know, but we both said Barry.
Well, because Barry is kind of like the freak Bob version, you know, like.
But maybe I have other roles for Alan.
Okay.
So maybe Barry wins.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got nothing for this one, for the next couple. Honestly, I'm really struggling out here.
So I have a weird pick for Queen Milena.
Okay.
Jessica Gunning, who is Baby Reindeer.
That's it.
Right?
I can't even think. No, that's actually.
She would
is she
cook
old
on
enough
that one.
though to have?
I mean, yeah,
Princess
right.
Violet.
40.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Jessica Gunning could do it.
She would eat.
She would eat. She would definitely eat. And if you haven't seen Baby Reindeer,
you should definitely watch it.
She's incredible.
Okay. Here's an unfortunate moment for casting.
We had to do it though.
How do you cast Demon Nas?
Demon Nas is such a hard thing to cast. Because you need someone physically large and imposing.
Yeah.
Also believably a pedophile.
Yeah.
also like, I don't know, like visually striking, but like not,
But like not attractive.
not attractive. But
Okay, wait. In my search for a Devin,
yeah.
I would like to nominate for Bill the Innkeeper.
Oh. All right. Bill, new Bill just dropped. What do we got?
Jason Statham.
That's a great pick.
I don't know why I just put him in there.
You might beat out Paul Rubens a little bit. I don't know.
Jason Statham is Bill the
Jason
Innkeeper.
Statham, who did nothing to help.
Okay, Demon. Dolph Lundgren.
That's what I wrote.
What? When did you write that? Why did you write that?
This morning.
Why?
Well,
Did you Google something?
like what was I looking for?
Yeah. Why did we both? I Googled something and he came up, but
What did you Google?
I just Googled big, strong actors.
I was looking at lists of actors and he was just there.
I think it has to be him.
Well, who's new? Who's like a modern day Devin? We weren't gonna name anyone. This is out of respect. We're not casting anyone actually for Devin. Who?
Strong.
What, like David Harbour?
That could work.
Okay,
That could work.
David Harbour. I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, David Harbour.
David Harbour's
sorry
a good.
to
Sorry,
you, David.
Yeah, you're good at playing a big bad guy.
Yeah,
kinda.
okay.
So
Let me put that in.
David Harbour, you got it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, next is...
I only have one pick, and it's because this has already been
You
done.
can't pick him.
I can't pick Andy Serkis.
No, you can't
for,
pick
for
him.
Samuel? All right, well, then I need time.
Right, okay, what if Alan Cumming?
That's unfortunate.
What if, though?
I don't want to see him like that.
Me neither.
I don't want to see my boy down in the dirt like that.
What if Alan Cumming?
He'd eat it though. He would. He'd make it hilarious. Like
I think
he would cook.
maybe
He
it
would
could
cook.
be him.
What about what Theon Greyjoy? What's his name? He could do it.
Well, him. You want him to be Samuel, and are you picturing? Is this a mocap moment, or you're picturing him?
I think it's him with prosthetics. Like I think he's like a
That's
reduced.
a
like,
lot of
yeah.
faith in that man. Do you really think he can act like that?
We don't need to do much. I mean, he couldn't really act.
But here's the
like
thing:
that,
Samuel
yeah.
technically is kind of an older guy
Yeah, that's true.
for him to
too.
have this sword that
You're
long.
right. So Alan would fit. But Alan doesn't really look like a guy who was much bigger and more fit. He just
I
kind
don't
of
think it matters because he's magically reduced.
magically reduced and turned into Alan Cumming. Like that's,
He doesn't look like Alan Cumming. He's wearing prosthetics.
I don't know, maybe.
Who else can play? What about Barry Keoghan?
Barry would obviously.
As Samuel.
Barry is such a good. Barry's done that, like killing the
He's
sacred
young
deer.
too.
Like,
He's young too.
yeah, he can look. He kind of looks old.
Timothy Chalamet.
He's young too. What are you talking about?
Timothy
He made
Chalamet.
someone younger and like
But
prettier.
he's so lanky.
Like he's gonna like do that. I mean, really, technically, it should be like a 45-year-old man, right?
It should be like a 50-year-old man, yeah.
John C. Reilly. What about John C. Reilly? Because I think he'd do it really good. I'm putting that down. John C. Reilly for Samuel.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's an idea.
It's a good one.
Okay. Whew. All right. Next.
All right, we already talked about this.
Savidlin
My
and
Savidlin
his wife
pick
Weslin.
is Pedro Pascal.
That's giving Savidlin like so much characterization.
So
like,
much gravitas. He's
such
one
a-
of the new elders. What do you mean? He punches his way to the top. Like, I don't think Pedro, unfortunately, like Pedro doesn't have the levity required to take the punch to the face from Richard and like rub it off and be funny about it.
You don't think?
Not really. I don't know. He might be able to do it, but I almost don't think so. Who the fuck else, right? Because it needs to be like kind of a youngish,
Yeah.
got like a
But like I
early
guess I
to
keep
middle aged
picturing
man.
like Savidlin's so like I don't know. I guess like innocent new dad.
Would
Innocent
R.I.P.
new
But would
dad.
Chadwick Boseman have been a very good pick?
He would be
Like
cute.
some T'Challa, energy there. Yeah,
that would be good. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm picturing him like big-eyed. He's like, I need my boy. You know, like Pedro's like too like edgy or something for it.
It's like dusty.
Yeah,
He's like aged beyond his years in like, I don't know,
like
energy.
Savidlin strikes me as like he's really just coming into his like elder manhood, and he's like kind of.
We need like a 38-year-old man.
Maybe Dev Patel.
Dev Patel's a good pick.
Right?
That's actually a great pick.
Oh my god, I think he actually would be really good. Right? Because you'd be like, oh my god, he needs his son back. Like, you'd be like, I do buy that he could be joining the elders now. He could take the punch. I really see that.
Yep.
Okay, Dev Patel, who's his beautiful wife. Ana de Armas.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a bad pick.
Crazy.
It's not a bad pick.
That's crazy.
It's maybe a lot of money for nothing.
Ana
but
de Armas needs to be Westland.
Sure. Needs to. Yeah. We're so excited to welcome Ana de Armas for the role of Westland. Savidlin's wife and Sidon's mother.
Yeah.
What a great role. Can we just get going to the next one?
Old
John. Who do you got for Old John?
I don't have anybody.
My only pick for Old John is Jack Black.
Wow. You will elevate.
That's what I'm saying. Old John.
So much.
Yep.
By
Sister
casting
Spider, Chicken Jockey. He's got the same energy.
Black.
Yeah, Jack Black.
Could it be anyone else?
Yeah, creature snarl and snap. You know, like he's doing that kind of shit.
Next. I also don't have anybody.
Dark and Raw.
This one I'm finding very difficult.
I only have ever had one choice in my mind.
Okay.
And it's Harry Lloyd.
Yeah, that's so predictable. And
it would work. It would work. Come on.
I don't think so.
My dude's cooking.
We're only picking it because we're like, oh, I can picture what he looks like with blonde hair.
No, I'm also thinking Children of Blood or whatever from Doctor Who. My man's weird. He can do alien type tick stuff.
I feel like Darkin's older, though.
And Darkin looks beautiful, so like a younger actor makes sense. Is it boring to you?
Yeah.
You could do something stupid like Tom Hiddleston.
Okay.
He's got Loki energy.
Yeah, maybe Tom Hiddleston. Because we do need somebody not jacked. Like, he's got to look like feasibly kinda... like, maybe he has an imposing presence, but he's not.
He's a mage. You need to make him look like a mage.
What about Michael Fassbender?
That's so boring.
How is that more boring than Harry Lloyd, who's already been Dark and Raw?
Michael Fassbender's been everybody. Like, he's just like, he's in every movie, and they're like, he's that guy.
Honestly,
what?
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany,
right? That's a choice.
That I like.
He's so...
Yes. Paul Bettany could definitely do it.
I think...
He's maybe a little jacked, but...
Yeah. Okay, so we can't think of... So Paul Bettany for sure for Dark and Raw. I think he would be really good.
I'm still putting Harry up there, but we'll hear what the people have to say. But Paul's a good choice. Shota. All right, I have two choices. Lena Headey just came to me.
I thought that too.
Yeah. She gives sorceress.
She does.
She gives power. She's imperial and imposing.
I really, again, struggling to picture Shota not a little older.
Yeah. So then my other pick,
yeah,
Rachel Weisz.
I would like that a lot.
I would like that a lot too.
Could young Rachel Weisz be Mistress Denna?
Yes. I would love to see that.
Young Brendan Fraser. Young Rachel Weisz.
That's the same level as my fucking Chase and Emma pick. I just put famous couples together. Yep.
Okay, I think Rachel Weisz now for Shota.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But I think we are aging these women up probably way more than we're supposed to.
We need to cast real people, and the aged women have experience enough to be powerful and sexy.
Who are young actresses? I'm kind of she never really does this for me. It was could Jennifer Lawrence pull it off? Maybe not.
No.
Okay.
No.
She doesn't give that.
No. What about Amber Heard?
I know. honestly, Amber Heard would probably make an okay Denna.
Okay.
Like,
Little cray-cray. Like,
without getting into the controversy of it all.
Yeah.
Like
I just did immediately.
as if it's not something I have strong opinions about at all. But yeah, taking that out of it, don't you think I could see her being a very good Denna? Like, visually, I think she'd look really good in the part. More Denna than Shota.
I don't really know her from anything. Like, I don't really think I have, like, Amber Heard, other than the controversy. Blake Lively play anything?
Blake Lively's banned from this movie. She's not. I'm a casting director, and she's not allowed in my movie.
Yikes.
No.
Do we have anything for Brie Larson?
Do we have
anything for...
Could Brie Larson... She's not Shota. Could she be Denna? Maybe.
What about that freaky little Culkin boy who's winning all the awards? Can
Kieran?
Can we do anything with Kieran?
Could Kieran be Samuel?
That's too much. That's for our poor boy.
What the fuck else is he gonna do? What else do you want him to do?
I don't know.
There's no other role for him.
This is going to be our number one viewed episode because it's just like hashtag celebrity names for 2 hours.
Okay.
Emma Watson, where's she
No,
go?
she's not allowed. Cancel. Her and Blake Lively. Gotta go. No.
Why? For the same reason? Or
No.
what? Oh.
I just, they don't fit. They don't
Yep.
fit the
They
vibe.
They don't fit.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just an intuition.
Aubrey Plaza, is she fit in anywhere? No.
She does not.
No.
She could voice Scarlet. You see it?
Whatever, Richard.
I'm gonna eat you.
I'm gonna eat you. I'm still gonna eat you, Richard.
It's a take.
It's the worst take. It is the worst take.
That's all I got.
But it's what this movie deserves.
That's all I got.
Kirsten Stewart have a role?
No, what? We have Kaylin, and then we have 2
Dominatrixes.
That's our only casting option.
Shota and Queen Milena.
We already got Queen Milena on lock. Shota's another dominatrix.
Lindsay Lohan.
No, I don't think so.
All right, I think I'm done with this list.
So who did we finish? So we're just saying Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, it's Rachel Weisz.
When we get our dirty casting hands on this, we said MILFs only.
MILFs in all the hot roles. And then MILFs in some of the not hot roles. Just MILF it up. And then put Freaky Barry somewhere.
Elle Fanning do anything.
Oh, I would love for her to. I love Elle.
Well, what could she do?
I love Elle.
Which role would you put her in?
Elle Fanning could be Emma, could be...
Yeah, she could be Emma Branstone.
I could see Elle maybe being Denna. I could see her maybe being Denna.
She was actually on my Denna list first until I had some other thoughts, and then I took her off, and I was like, maybe that doesn't work. But I was like, why can't I see it?
I think it would be maybe a weird stretch for her to like do it the way it is in the book, but I think she could do it. And then the way that she would do it otherwise, I think I'd be very interested to see. I can't believe we both independently came to Dolph Lundgren.
That's really weird.
For Tim and Nass.
Okay, so then we're really just left with
Penis Raw.
Which some part of me, and if it was Paul Bettany as Darkin, this would work, I think, visually.
Yeah.
Some part of me is just like too generic, but like wants Panis to be Mads Mikkelsen.
That's so goofy.
But like him and Paul kind of have like a look.
Yeah, the Dutch, whatever.
Yeah, Danish, I think.
Yeah. Any excuse to get Mads in a project.
Don't you think it could be kind of fun? If he was Panis? He's such a like evil sorcerer manipulating his child. I could see it.
Yeah, it's like an obvious pick. It's not a bad one. The person I had originally, which, I don't know if we want to go this direction, was Charles Dance.
Who's that?
Tywin Lannister.
Oh, he obviously would be good.
He's a good pick, but it's also like he just keeps doing that. Keeps being
You're just
a bad dad.
Your cast is just Game of Thrones reskinned.
I also cast Jack Black and
that...
Pee Wee Herman. So let's not pretend this is just Game of Thrones Fancast.
Okay, Panis, you're not like crazy about Mads because it's too predictable.
No, it would be sick. I just don't think... I don't want to see my boy get smited out like that so easy. We're saying
By Zed, you mean Willem Dafoe. That would be sick. Willem Dafoe fighting Mads Mikkelsen as wizards would be such a good
it's a waste that they haven't done it yet, actually.
cinematic moment.
You're absolutely right.
Do you even know how good that would look on the screen? Their faces?
Just their faces, their freaky,
They're
weird little faces, just casting arcana, like, at each other.
It's perfect.
Kind of is. But you think Willem Dafoe wins that fight? Crazy.
Just because of, like, the goodness of his heart.
Mads a Zed?
That would be nuts.
Mads a Zed? It's so bad it doesn't work at all.
Wow, so we actually don't have that much for people to vote on because we agreed on so many.
We had to know that was going to happen.
But so are you giving me Pedro Pascal as Birdman?
You're booting the possibility of Walter Goggins Birdman?
Walton.
Walton.
Yeah,
I didn't put Jim Carrey on this list at all.
Walton could be Bill the Innkeeper.
Yeah,
Walton,
sure.
Other than the court artist, he could do that.
Wait.
Samuel's
such a shit role. I don't want anyone having that. I know.
Right now.
You're right.
Right now, Alan Cummings doing it on mine. So
John C. Reilly.
John C.
It's too good. It's too good to have that freaky man just like, oh, give me the sword. Like, just this fucking guy. You know what I mean?
His cast is so crazy.
All right, so that's that. If there's anything to vote on, I guess we'll put it in the comments.
You guys just sound off in the comments.
Yeah.
Let us know, were any of these where you were like, wow, that's the most excellent idea I've ever heard.
Did we kill it? Are we the GOAT? Or did you not feel so good about what we were doing? And I'm just kind of, we go. Wasting time till I get to the fart button.
Who was your favorite casting option? Who's your least?
Yeah. Who's like the what are you smoking over there sort of options? There are a few.
For me, that's got to be Robbie Coltrane.
Robbie Coltrane. Come on, it's such a good pick.
I do think. Listen, if we got this cast, how good would it be?
Only as good as the source material. I don't know. Yeah, we'd be cooking. We'd be cooking, but
there'd be something here. All right. Well,
that's that.
Hope you guys had fun. Thinking about that.
We definitely did. And I don't know what's next on the agenda.
I think next, if I can figure out the software,
we're going
to react to our very first video where we made predictions and like said what we remembered.
Yes.
So we're going to watch that and give our opinions about it.
Hell yeah. Well,
all right.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see y'all next time. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.